Alright, see that all this grease and grease all over here? So I'm gonna have to scrub this off, get all this grease out of here, and that way this is going to let go of the mechanism on the machine the way it's supposed to when you go to bobbin wind. And then I'm going to bend this up still. Alright, having removed all that grease, the hand wheel spins freely on there now. So it shouldn't drive the machine when it's released. Alright, so problem I had was the bobbin winder here was sitting and it was touching this. As this rolled around, the counterweight here the bobbin winder was hitting it. So I carefully grabbed this tab with this wrench and gently tilted that up, and now it doesn't hit this counterweight, so it should work properly now. Alright, the belt is in place, and now that hand wheel is turning freely the way it should. So we'll get our lock back in place. I need to wipe all the grease off this lock nut too, or washer too. But we'll get this get that cleaned up, and then that should be the top side of this Necchi sorted out. Alright, here's the underside of that Necchi 525. This machine has definitely been someplace where it got really dirty. I've been wiping it off as I go here, and it's just had a lot of grime on it. But since we have the top side back together, the hand wheel clutch is working properly now and releasing the machine. I'm going to open the bottom side here, and that way we can access the underside here. Here's another felt washer in here that should remain, that's supposed to preserve oil and help lubricate the underside of the machine. And this machine underneath looks a lot like the Kenmores I've been working on recently. So look at all that goo. Somebody really greased this machine a lot, and clearly did not know that you're not supposed to grease most of your machine. You should only oil a lot of it. And since there's two screws here that are going to remove the rest of the bottom case here, I'm going to pop these off and take a look at how dirty the rest of the bottom is here. So does give me access to a couple more spots that can use some oil. And the underside of the gearbox here for the drive on the hook. Alright, Well, that screw is very tight. That box should be packed with grease. Put some oil in the crack that developed there. Mostly because that'll make me feel better. But we did get to this location and this to put some oil in, so that was good. And now we can, yeah, this very dirty here. Oh, I grabbed the short screws that go in the other part of this bobbin case. That's why I'm not connecting to anything. Those short screws are the motor cover. The long screws here are the bottom for the free arm. And then since we're in here and this machine is definitely of an age, we'll get our drop of oil on the felt bushing in the motor. So, despite the fact that this machine is incredibly similar to the 1970s Kenmores I've done, like these two mounting screws seem similar. This part here, this motor mounting bracket, is very similar to a lot of Kenmores. This machine is clearly a higher quality, even if it came from the same Japanese or Taiwanese factory, because it has those big felt washers on some of these shafts to help hold oil and maintain lubrication for longer. So there we go. Go. So it looks like we have zigzag, and I'm just gonna see. D is a, yep, that is a stretch stitch. E is a, alright, G. Alright, so those stitches all seem to be correct here. A through G on the blue side. And then the knob here has a darning mode, and that dropped the feed dogs. And so they're not moving. And then it rotates past 4 to SS for stretch stitch, which should be the other side of this. So we should get, yep, and B. This stretch stitch is a straight, so we're watching the watching that go. All right, and then C. Yep. So the stretch stitches just introduce reverse feed, and they all seem to be adding reverse feed. So I'm gonna say that once I get this machine put back together, it should be good to go, as long as it stitches well. So time to put the top front end of this Necchi back together. And see how it stitches. Needle plate and all of these parts were in the degreaser, got wiped out. And that means we need to put some oil in our hook race, and then we can put our hook in. Let that run that a bit, and pin for our tensioner, lower the bar there. And there's flat on the side of the tensioner that the set screw goes against. And this is a hex set screw, which is why I had remembered to reach there. And we remembered our pin, so yep, when we lift, we can see the tensioner get released. So that was good. And grab a bobbin, give it a tug, it feels okay. So still feeling good there. Lift our foot up. Go. And oh, gotta put a needle in there if we're gonna put thread up in there. Okay. And the needle doesn't hit anything, so we'll close that door. Throw some thread on here. All right. Gonna use the big cheater here. And then I promptly looped it around. There we go. Okay. All right. I realize I have stuff I gotta go do. So I'm going to do just the very quickest of tests here. All right. Oh, missed a couple stitches. We got some big loops in there, so let's take a look at that. But I don't have any more time right now, so we'll have to figure it out another time.